Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video in programming the finite element method using MATLAB. In this video, we are going to continue our efforts in basically performing the analysis, and we're going to start talking about how to solve the linear elastic problem. Now, just to remind you that in the previous videos, we finished something called create FEM objects or generate finite element objects, where we created FEM objects from nodes and FEM objects from bars. And we finished this, and now we are preparing for our next step. With the end of the previous video, we actually finished this function and finished this function, which means if you go to the perform linear elastic, we actually finished generating the finite elements because it included two sub-methods that we already finished. So we are ready to tackle our next step, which is to solve linear elastic. Now, as per usual, I want to give a quick reminder that this is part of a video series talking about the finite element method linked on the top right, and that it is also a part of its own standalone video series, which I will also be linking on the top right. And please notice that, as per usual, my dear channel members have access to the entire source code. However, if you are not a channel member, then don't worry, because you still can write along, as I will not hide any single line of code. Every single line of code included will be written in front of you. You can actually write along. So with that being said, and without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Now, first of all, let me just give a quick reminder that I still haven't debugged my code. So there will be debugging sessions about it. So if you are following along and you're running the code and it's not working, then please wait, because we will debug it together. There's no problem at all at the moment. So for now, let's dive into solve linear elastic. What are the steps that I'm gonna make to solve the linear elastic problem? Well, there are multiple steps I will be doing. First of all, I would need to initialize systems. That's the first thing. Maybe let's say initialize analysis systems, because there is also an initialization for the post-processing systems. But it's just a fancy way of saying that I'm going to initialize some matrices. I just like to call it systems for some reason. Now, you cannot just say initialize. You need to give the reference of the object. See, I am mixing my C# experience with MATLAB now. We need here to ask the object, the controller, we need to ask to calculate the global stiffness matrix. Okay. Now, I know that some of you are programming geeks, and here is a hint for you programming geeks. The calculation of the stiffness matrix can be parallelized, because we will program it in such a way that every individual element calculates its own stiffness matrix. So this can be done parallel. I will not do parallel programming in this video. For the object, I am going to apply the boundary conditions. You can notice that I am following the general pattern of finite element problems. You calculate stiffness matrix, you apply boundary conditions. Wait, there is a step missing. You need to calculate the loads. So object dot apply loads, object dot apply boundary conditions. Then we would have a solvable structure. So object dot solve structure linear elastic, and then I would basically go for object dot undo static condensation. So I will be undoing whatever I have done in apply boundary condition. That's what it will do. Is there anything else? I don't know. I get the displacement, but then I need to set the displacements to the corresponding nodes. So I set here get nodal displacements, just to write that. And this would end my solution and basically pave the road for my post-processing. Now, of course, I have a bunch of errors here because those actually don't exist. So I need to create them. Now I'm thinking loud here for organization purposes. Let me put the clear structure here. Let me take this, control cut, and go here, control paste. So I want to make a region for the master functions and a region for the slave functions. So here, we're still here, right? So prepared STR Model, I'll basically cut this out and put it here on the top. So you have, let's see, we have prepare structure model, we have clear structure, which I did not program yet. It should be in the beginning, so I can just cut it here and paste it on top. I'm trying to kind of organize my code to make it look good. So this is here, that's the second one, that's the third one. Okay, where's the third one? It's there, it's very far away. So let's just Control X this, and just Control paste it here. Organization issues, just to make it look nice. I kind of like nice. So that's the first one, that's the second one, that's the third one, and that's the fourth one. Fantastic. And the fifth one should follow directly, which is going to be this one. I just copy that thing and paste it here. Fantastic. Now this looks good. And now I can make another region. So here the region is structural analysis region. Here I'm going to say this is a region for prepare structural model functions. And there is only one function there. And now here, this is going to be another region, which is, what's it called? Generate finite elements functions. And now here we're going to make another region. It's kind of just to make it look cool. Let's say here, solve linear elastic region or functions. So I'm saying here is that all those four sub-functions are going to be defined here. So let's start defining them. Function void, wait, we're not in C#. Function nothing equals initialize analysis systems, and I need to pass in a reference of the object. That's the first function. Then the second function is function, I keep saying void, calculate global stiffness matrix, and I need to pass in the object and end the function. Then function apply loads with an object end, and function apply boundary conditions object and nothing else, and then function solve structural linear elastic with a object here and end, and then function undo static condensation with a reference to the object and then end, and finally function get nodal displacement with a reference with an object and then end. So those are the steps I should do to perform my analysis. Now those should stop. Okay, why isn't it stopping? Solve structure. What's this? Solve structure. Okay, it seems this is just a spelling thing so that we can move. And this could get nodal displacement, and here get nodal displacement. Okay, fine. So I think now those stopped having an error. And what I will do is I'll just run and see what happens. And there is an error. Wait, what? In the generate finite elements? Are you serious? We already went through that. So it understands it. Now, there was a thing that I was worrying about. Let me recap very quickly. Now, when we add the fembar, let me show you in the controller. Okay, when we add the fembar beam to the fembars, it doesn't work for a reason. Let me show you why. Because it actually understands what polymorphism is, and it's accurate about that. I tried to wing it and hope that it works. Well, it turns out it's smarter than me. You see, in the fembars, you have two fembar springs. Now, if you add a fembar beam, those are different classes. Now, I was, to be honest, banking on the fact that it might just let it slide, but it doesn't let it slide. It tells you, hey, those are not the same because you don't using polymorphism. And I'm not intending to use polymorphism, but I will still keep them sharing the same ID. So what I will be doing here is I need a new storage system. Yeah, see? I even wrote this before. Wow, I forgot what I'm doing. I even predicted that this could be a source of error. So now I need to rename this. Here, this is not fembars. I'll call it fembar spring or fembar springs. And you can see it tells me, because I used it multiple times, you can see it multiple times used here. It tells me that I can push the Shift-Enter key to change everything to fembar springs. So Shift-Enter, Shift-Enter, there we go. And everything has been changed to fembar spring to avoid an error. Which means now I need another one which is called fembar beams, and that's the one which I will be storing in. So I'll go to line 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4 now. There we go. And here I cannot use fembar springs. I need to use fembar beams because it doesn't work for polymorphism. Okay, let's just run the main again and see if it even works. So there's still an error. I should have waited. For the debugging, but seems I couldn't wait because it seems to be the problem. Ebbed, it should be end with an N. That's strange. Let's try again. And yep, it seems to be working. I see 11 fem nodes. Why is that? Weren't they 10? Well, there are 11 because one of the bars has a release in it, which is bar number 2. And it has a release pin rigid, which means it needs to create another shadow fem node at the beginning of that. And that's why suddenly there are 11, not 10. Okay, so I did a little debugging here. I still haven't checked the entire logic behind it. And I'm not intending to check the logic for now, but at least it's working and going full circle. Meaning that so far my code doesn't create any red flags in the systems. Okay, so let's go back to the controller and check out. Okay, there's still some errors here. What's the error here? I see some errors here. Input I, it might be unused. Which one? Yeah, okay, fine. Well, I know we still haven't touched that. I think since we are here, I think now might be the time to even talk about clear structure model, since we are already here. So what do I mean by clear structural model? In clear structural model, I must clear everything that has been added during the generation. So what did generate finite elements add? Well, the generate finite elements changed four things. It changed those 2 dudes, because fem nodes get generated. Actually, it changed 5. It changed those 2 dudes, so they have numbers now. And it changed those 3 dudes because it has now inhabitants now. So I wasn't able to say this in the beginning because it doesn't make any sense. You don't know what we're doing to be able to clear it. But now, since we know exactly what happened, I can go to clear structure model, and I can basically ask the object dot fem nodes to become empty. So I delete everything. And I'm going to ask the object dot fem bar springs, there we go, to be empty. So I delete everything. And the object dot fem bar beams to also be empty. I clear everything. And then object dot fem node ID is 0. I set it back to 0. And object dot fem bar ID, that's true, equals 0. So I set everything back to original things. So now this error has subsided because I'm using the object. And what about this dude? This dude is saying that I'm not using the object. Well, duh, I'm not doing anything so far. I'll keep it for now, despite the fact that it's sore in the eye, but I'll keep it because I still haven't programmed it. Now, also here, in the entire solve linear elastic, the object is still highlighted in yellow because I haven't used it. I think we have reached a good milestone, but I still want to do something else. I want to quickly check out the viewer and modify. This is kind of a relaxed video where I'm kind of, I don't know what I will actually title it when I release this. It's kind of something from everything because I'm kind of adding stuff in the controller. I'm kind of trimming the edges. I don't know what I would call it. And there's an error. Okay, what's the error? Fem bars doesn't exist. Ah, okay. This of course has a ripple effect now in the viewer. Let me show you. In the render here, let me click on the arrow here, okay? Because I called it fem bar spring, now the old fem bars in the viewer now doesn't work, unfortunately. Now there is no way, look, in Visual Studio, in C#, you right-click on an element and you click rename, and it renames the element in this file and every single other file. Now, unfortunately, MATLAB is not that advanced, so it doesn't do that. I have to do that by myself. So this is fem bar springs, and you know what? I just blindly copy it, paste it, and basically go for fem. Wait, there's no less. Why? It should be single s. And I'll go for fem bar beams and see if it works or not, just for giggles. So let's run and see what happens. I hope it works. Otherwise, I will have to once again be tortured. It seems it does. There is no errors so far. It's drawing. And it did. Fantastic. Everything seems to be fine. Besides the 2 springs added in the beginning, there is a spring here, should be, for the release, and of course the beams are added. Now those are 3 beams, don't mind me. This is 1, 2, 3 beams. You know what? The best way of showing you the different beams is to color them, right? To have different colors. Now how can I do that? Different colors. I'm drawing a blank here. Render fem bar, maybe? Yeah, here we define. Wait, let's not decide the color. Let MATLAB randomize things. Now I have a fem bar color here, but I just want to ignore it for now. I want MATLAB to randomize things. So I just go for plot 3 without specifying the color and nothing, so that MATLAB just randomizes it for me, just to see different colors. Because I want to show you something. So that's F5 here, or run, basically. Now, if my calculations are correct, you're gonna see some serious stuff. Doc McBrown, Back to the Future. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. You can see different finite elements in their colorful glory. Because I did not decide what the color is, MATLAB basically randomizes the color for you, and you can see every single finite element beam. This is amazing. I am proud of myself. I'm sorry, I mean, small things make me happy, so this is one of those things that makes me happy, to be honest. Let me just see if I can see the springs. Once again, I must do like a heavy zooming and just try. I don't know if it works or not. Okay, it's glitching now, it seems. Please don't glitch on me now. Let's see if I can see this. Wait, what? Let's see if I can see the spring here. I hope I can. I think I can see it. Yeah, there is definitely something happening here. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. I can see some. Wait, what? I can see nothing now. I lost it. Well, there is another way of knowing if it exists, which is basically to, first of all, kill the viewer, despite the fact it looks beautiful, and just run or just check out the report, right? So it's recording. Wait, is it recording how many fem bars I have? It doesn't record how many fem bars I have? Why? I didn't add this in the reporting system? Let me check very quickly in the controller to string. Really? I haven't added it? I didn't add it. But that's not good. Let's copy this entire thing and paste it here twice. Once for the fem bar springs, which I predict I should see 3 of them, because I have 2 supports in one release. And for the fem bar beams, which I predict I will see a ton of them. But this, I'm happy because I saw it in color. Okay, this is going to be fem bar springs, which means I need to modify those names. It's going to be target fem bar. And I just paste that and paste it here and paste it here. So it's going to be fem bar beams. And I think we're good to go. So let's just run the main again. I hope that it's not a mistake, please. I don't want this debugging session to drag on for infinity. Of the fem bar beams, I'm positive about them. What about the fem bar spring? I can see 5? Wait, what? Oh no, there are only 3. It's just an ID issue. Why? Let's see. Okay, because of the order. This is ID 1 because for the support. This is ID 2 because of the support. This is ID 5 because those 2 dudes get defined first, and then when we reach the next element, this is where it has the release. Okay, fine, I'm happy now. So far, I didn't want to debug, but in the end it turned out to be a debugging session / planning session. I'm still thinking of a name for that thing, for the video. I have no idea. But I think we've done something good today. So yeah, let me just stop it here, and that's everything I wanted to talk about today. So with that being said, I want to give a unknown video title sized shout out to my dear channel members in the contributor level and the helper level whose names are going to be shown on the screen. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart, as the support to the channel is priceless to me and enables me to provide you with videos hopefully on time and with a certain quality I try to achieve, and for that I am forever thankful. In the end, I hope that you enjoyed the video and you found it beneficial. If you have enjoyed the video, then please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and so on. Especially subscribing, because it helps increase the reach of my channel. As per usual, this is the Civil Engineering Essentials channel. I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.